Hello, folks. My name is Charlie. A lot of people know me, a lot of people don't. I'm here to try and help you basically with your credit card debt, give you some answers, give you a little knowledge. If you like to travel like I do, put you up on game on how to make sure you save yourself some interest and at the same time beat the banks at the bank's game. Well, of course, a lot of us, we have credit cards. But my question to you is, what kind of credit card do you have? Do you have a credit card that gives you miles back? Do you have a credit card that gives you cash back? What kind of credit card do you have? Or do you have just a plain simple debit card? Do you have the Chime card? Do you have the Wells Fargo, Regions, BT, SunTrust? What do you have? But the main question is, what does the credit card company do for you? You pay on time? They don't give you nothing but a good credit score for that. Debit cards, you pay on time, they take the money out your account. You get your merchandise, they get their money. What do you get in return? Nothing. So, my question to you is, why do you have a debit card? Why do you have a credit card? To me, I don't get any kickbacks or sponsors or anything like that. But I have one credit card that I basically lives by. This here is the Citibank City Advantage card. I do a lot of my traveling on this card, and a lot of people may say, well, why do he use that card? I particularly use this card for everything. Everything. If I buy a Snicker candy bar, I use the card. If I buy a Little Debbie 99 cents cake or Sunkiss or Mountain Dew, I use the card. For every dollar that I spend, I get them all. For every dollar I spend at the gas station and at the restaurant, I get them 2 miles. So a lot of times I travel on free. I can show you how to not pay any interest whatsoever. Not pay it. I don't care if the interest rate is 24.99%. I can show you how to avoid all of that. Last year, I went a whole year without paying the bank not one penny. Literally not one penny of interest. And I'm going to show you right here on my board. Here's I have statements for the entire year. And I'll show you. So, give me 1 second. Okay, anybody who knows me knows I do a lot of traveling. And who pays for that traveling? Not me, but you. You pay for the traveling. If you pay late charges, if you pay interest, if you pay any of those things to a bank, you pay that. A lot of times people don't realize you pay for people who don't pay. When you pay late charges and you pay interest, and Bob over there go and get a loan and he walks out with $5,000 loan and never pays for it, the bank don't take a loss. All they do is take your interest and your late fees and roll it over to pay for his loan, and he gets away scot-free. Sometimes you guys pay for executives to get those big bonuses, wages increase. Sometimes you even pay for them to buy new banks and build from the ground up. You're giving your money away, and there's no need to. I can show you how, if you have a credit card, to beat the system and at the same time make sure you get your money's worth out of your credit card. So, this is my first time doing this, so I'm a little nervous. Don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying, so bear with me. Wish I had live, but unfortunately Facebook got me in jail, so I can't go live. I would have loved to have seen some questions and answer some, but I'm going to show you. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to take this over here and show you on this board how I beat the credit card system each and every month. And this card here is through the American Airlines card. My girl used I've shown her how to use the Delta American Express. We don't pay any interest any month. That is an absolute no-no. So keeping in mind, like I say, for every time you pay interest to one of the cards companies that own this card. You may not have a Citibank, but believe me, Citibank owns smaller banks that in turn, is backed by Citibank and backed by American Express. So you may not have those, but believe me, it's sort of like, Kenmore or Whirlpool on Hot Point. So when you buy a Hot Point, you're actually putting money in Kenmore or Whirlpool pocket because it's a lower brand. So it's sort of like Pepsi. Pepsi company owns KFC. They own Taco Bell. They own Pizza Hut. You see what I'm saying? So the big company owns the little company. So somewhere down the line, you're putting money back into them people's pocket. And in turn, I'm cashing in on what you're paying for late charges. But I can show you how not to. So here's the deal. Give me a second. I'm going to take this phone over here and I'm going to show you. And I'm going to try and do it kind of briefly and quickly because I don't want to top your time and bore you. This is my first time doing this. But these are my credit card statements. Each and every month. I've highlighted each one. So I'm going to point out something to you real quickly. This is January's. Let me get my focus right. This is January statement of last year. Okay. I spent $7,000, and not say that you have to spend that. I paid interest and fees, $0. Okay. I got 12,000 miles earned for that. Here's February's. $0 interest and fees I paid. Okay. Got 7,000 miles for it. Here's March. Interest and fees, $0. I spent, $4,000 on that? 5,000 miles. Now, as of today, when I last checked, I have 160,000 miles. That's enough to fly 4 to 5 people round trip from London back to Birmingham or Atlanta. So here we have April statement, and as you can see, $0 interest and fees. I gained 8,000 miles there. Let's see, we got May. Okay. $0 interest and fees. I gained 11,000 miles. We got June. $0 interest and fees. 14,000 miles is what I gained. And just let me just show you something here too. Even though I spent $11,000, no, I'm sorry, I spent $13,000 in 1 month. That's you spending that alone. Just you're not getting any points, so it doesn't look like I'm spending a whole lot. But here's July, $0 interest and fees. I gathered 15,000 points. Here's August statement. Of course, here we go once again, $0 interest and fees. And it got 8,000 points. Okay, now I want you to notice something else too. On each one of these, the credit limit, like say, is 16,000. I'm gonna go straight up here to March. Credit limit was 11,000, 16,000. So we're gonna go over here to September. September's here. There's your interest and late fees, $0. I gained 12,000 miles there. I spent $8,000 that month. And this is a personal card, it's not like say business, anything like that. October statement, $0 interest and fees here, 10,000 points. Here's November. And as you can see, it says 21, November 21 right there. $0 interest and fees, 9,881 points. So at that time, I was roughly at 107,000 points. So this is what they give me: 2 miles on airline points, 2 miles on restaurants, 2 miles on gas, 1 mile on every other thing. Okay. So if me and the folks is going out to dinner and everybody's spending cash, I'll tell them, hey, give me your cash and I'll put it on my credit card. That way I can get miles. Okay. So let's see, that was November that we were just looking at. So let me find December. Okay, I'm sorry. Here's December over here. So here's December. Okay. December, I spent $5,000 and got 5,719 thing. Not one time that year, the entire year, did I wind up spending any interest to the bank. But in turn, what the bank did, they gave me points to travel. Okay, they gave me points to travel. This here is just another thing show where I was at 114,000 points earned. That's my little dialogue. So right now we're in the month of February, and right now I'm back at it again. I'm sorry, let me put this thing back in this tripod. I'm back at it again, and I haven't given the bank nothing. No points, no money, no nothing. And in turn, they keep feeding me these travel miles. And of course, I keep building up and building up. You know, I pay lights on it. I pay gas on it. I pay, let's see, lights, gas, water bill. Let me see, taxes for anything and everything you pay on your credit card. But the key to it is, and here's the thing you have to remember, this is the very important key. Very important. I don't spend any money that I don't have in my pocket to buy. I don't do spontaneous spending. Oh, I want to buy that purse, or I want to buy those Jordans, or I want to buy that t-shirt. Okay? I don't do spontaneous spending. So basically what I'm saying is if I got the money in my pocket and I'm going to go and buy some shoes, I'm going to use that credit card, swipe the card, go ahead and charge it. And then when I either get to the bank in the morning, deposit that money and immediately transfer it over to the credit card. Okay? So at the end of the month, there's no balance. Okay? So they can't collect any interest. Like I said, if I buy a Little Debbie 99-cent cake, that dollar in my pocket, I could spend it on that, but what am I going to get? I'm going to get a Little Debbie cake. They're going to get that dollar. What have I got? Nothing. So in turn, like I said, only spend what you can afford to spend, not based upon what you're going to do when you get your check. If you got money in your pocket then to go ahead and buy it, then go ahead and buy it then with the card, and then take the money and send it to the credit card company immediately. Okay? Sometimes you can wait till the end of the month or close enough to the due date. But if the money doesn't post before it becomes due, you know, sometimes you do a transaction online and it takes 2 days. Sometimes it takes 3 days to come out of your account. Well, you're running a risk. Me personally, like I say, I just like to go ahead and transfer it immediately. Sometimes I may wind up making 15 transactions as far as payments to the credit card company, and I have a whole listing of payments. That's because I'm immediately sending it off. Okay? So, hopefully this tutorial is kind of short. Like I said, this is my first time. I'm open to any questions, anything I can help you. And at the same time, it also boosts up your credit. There is something I didn't get a chance to show you that I forgot, so I'm sorry. When I started out this credit card, we're going to go over here in January. The credit limit was $11,000, okay? Then as time went on and everything, I think around here. The credit limit went up to 16 in May. Then from May, the credit limit went, let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, around November. Credit limit went to 22,000. 22,000 right there. Okay. Now, I'm at $22,000 on this card. You can see right here at the December statement here, this credit card balance, amount is $22,000 I spent on a credit card. Okay, but would I spend it? No, absolutely not. But what you can do is every 3 to 4 months. Every 3 to 4 months, you can contact the credit card company and say, hey, I'm paying on time. I need a credit line increase. And they'll be more than happy to give you a credit line increase. You can do that. You can also ask for a credit reduction as far as your APR. You can ask them to reduce the interest rate. But here's the question. If you're paying like I'm paying, who cares if they're charging you 50,000%? Because you're not going to pay it? What difference does it make? You're not going to pay it if they charge you 29.99% per month. Who cares? You're not going to pay any interest, so they can charge you 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever they want to charge you. You're smarter than the bank. You're not going to give them any of your money. But in turn, you're going to take all their points and use it to travel, enjoy yourself, and you're still getting the same amenities that you would get if you use cash. And you're also getting the same amenities that you would get if you use a debit card. But you're not getting the benefits. So, to me, people with debit cards, Chime cards, and Rush cards, and all them other little quirky little cards, I see them pull them out and I laugh, because you're not getting your maximum for your dollar. So, here's the thing. Consider paying your credit card off. Don't close it. Do not close it. Okay? Pay your credit card off. Sit it to the side. Apply for a card that has some benefits. Whether it's cash cards, or what the hell is that thing called? Where they give you cash back, which really is not good for me because it takes so much spending to get a little bit of cash back, just a little bit. And then you can only use it in increments of $25. If you got $5, you got to wait till you get up to $20 or $25 before you can use it for a credit balance or anything of that nature. So in my aspect, I love the travel cards. Anything that's given miles. Anything associated with rental cars, something like that. If you like to travel, this is the way you go. And if you don't like to travel, you can still benefit from this because you can send your family out on trips. If they have an emergency, a funeral or something, you need to buy a ticket, you got the miles to go ahead on there and buy. Okay? I recently, just last year, sent my girl and her friend for her birthday to Cancun, Mexico. Paid trip, everything, off the miles that I got. It literally cost me $180. That was just tax. But I spent 77,000 miles for that. And they had a great time for an entire week. Didn't cost me nothing. Who it cost? The people who pay interest and late fees. They're the ones who pay. Could it have been you? Yeah, could have been. Possibly. You may have been the one paid for it. But hey, I'm not knocking you. I'm just trying to educate you. But here it is. Let me show you. Here it is right here. And I know you guys are tired of me doing this thing like this, but I'm still learning, so bear with me. Matter of fact, I'm just going to grab the whole tripod and move it over this way and let you see. So just bear with me. I spent 77,000 miles and it cost $180.58. That went from Cancun, the round trip from Atlanta. You see it right there, from Atlanta to Cancun, and from Cancun to Atlanta. Okay, and what it cost me, 77,000 miles. And if it wasn't for the taxes, I wouldn't have had to pay $180.58. But that was for 2 people. Okay, 2 people. And you can see right there, I had to block out their thing, passengers. You know, let this thing autofocus. But yeah, you can see right there. The trip was booked. You see it up there. But like I say, folks, be smart with your money. Don't give it away. Don't build a bank another institute. They got more money than you got. They'll always have more money than you got. Just be smart about it. Use them like they're using you. Don't give your money away. You work too hard. All right. So this is Charlie Detroit Brown. As some know me, I'm trying to be a little professional here with a little tie, a little something, you know. But this is my first one, but not my last one. I'm gonna try and educate you and do different things. But much love to y'all, and hopefully this right here sink in. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me, inbox me. I'm gonna try and post this on Facebook. Try my YouTube, just everything, you know. I'm just trying to educate people. Don't need your money, don't want your money, just want to put you on top of game, okay?